2. Hello, Floridians, and welcome to Florida News. I'm C. Johnson, Executive Director of Florida News. Today is a case that could cost Chief Keisha $10 million for alleged police brutality. Fish is accusing him, and we'll find out more as we bring you guys into the courtroom coming up here in 30 minutes. Stay tuned as we tell you everything you need to know for this $10 million case. Welcome back, Floridians. I'm Executive Director at Florida News, C. Johnson. Today we're covering a case that could cost Chief Keisha $10 million for alleged police brutality. Here, I bring you the things that must be shown by Fish that will cause Chief Keisha to be guilty. He must show excessive force. He must show that there was no justification for the force used. He must show that there was intent to harm or to cause harm to the to Fish. Fish must also show that the officer's actions were a direct cause, and as you can hear behind me, there are shots being fired. So, who knows what's about to happen. We'll be inside the courtroom in just 25 minutes. Stay tuned.
Due to extended hospital bills and damages that should not have occurred. Is that correct, Mr. Fish?
He's suing for pain and suffering.
Say that again.
He's suing for pain and suffering, and it's 10 million, not 12.
I corrected myself. That is my fault. Alrighty, Mr. Fish. Please present your case.
So opening statement you'd like, probably.
Yes, Mr. Fish. Or your lawyer. Mr.
Alright, Your
Lawyer,
Honor.
what do you go by?
Just call me Gold, honestly.
Okay.
Alright, Your Honor, this case is about a line the law draws clearly. Force may be used only to stop a threat, not to punish, not to settle a score, and not to finish what fear or anger started. The evidence will show after the initial struggle ended, the alleged victim was already on the ground and no longer a threat. No weapon in hand and no longer a danger. It was then, after the threat had passed, the chief fired a second shot into the victim. You will hear from the victim, who saw his life flash before their eyes. The moment his body went to the ground, it is when the fight should have ended. And seconds after, when he posed no more threat or danger, the chief ran into the room and shot him. You can see with the camera evidence confirming a shot was to his leg and was not necessary or needed. The defense may suggest panic, confusion, or self-defense, but the law requires that force be reasonable the moment it is used. Once the danger ends, the justification ends with it. Self-defense is not a license to execute or shoot someone that is no longer possessing a threat or danger to anyone around. The evidence and victim testimony all point to the same conclusion: a shot fired after the threat was over, and it broke the law. At the end of this trial, you'll consider testimony and camera footage. You will see that this was not a split-second decision. It was an unlawful use of force against someone who could not fight back.
Thank you, Mr. Gold. Alright, Mr. Keisha. What is your may I, your lawyer, present your case?
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Your Honor. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today you'll hear claims that try to destroy the reputation of a woman that has spent more than 20 years serving and protecting the people of Tampa. I want everyone in this courtroom to take their attention to the person to the left of me. Chief Chief Keisha has dedicated her life to the Tampa Police Department. She has served over 2 decades of service, and she has never received a single complaint against her character. And today in this courtroom, you'll hear her name being attacked with not even facts, with AI generated content and fake stories. These claims were not made to uncover the truth. They were made to damage her reputation and take away her success, and they want to profit from her success. And as this trial moves forward, I want everyone here to focus on one thing: the evidence. You will see that these accusations have no truth behind them whatsoever. You will see that Chief Keisha is exactly who she has always been, and how everyone that knows her would describe her as a dedicated public servant, an honorable leader, and an innocent woman whose reputation deserves to be protected. We are confident that the fair verdict will be won in favor of Chief Kisa. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Gold, please present your first piece of evidence for this
Can
case.
I call witness to the stand first?
You may, sir.
Fishy, I'm calling Fishy to the stand, my client. You go up to the stand.
You sit
Where's
to
this?
my right, sir.
You sit to his right.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, oh, oh.
Other
Alright,
right.
thank you.
Other right. Wait. Oh, over here.
Objection.
To what? You have to have
Present
something
your
after your
for.
objection.
What is the
Allowed
reason
to
for
come
this
up
Why
here?
are we
objection?
bringing up witnesses this early in the case?
Yeah, what do you mean? I can present
Overruled.
which version
Evidence
I
is
want.
evidence.
Fish.
Sit in the
Fish,
chair. Sit in the
sit in the
chair,
chair right
Fish.
there. No,
Where's the
Fishy,
chair?
right here.
Okay, perfect.
Alright, Fishy. After you were shot the first time, what happened to your gun?
My gun had gotten kicked away by SRT, which was out of my hands. I was not able to reach it.
Did you move or pose any threat after being shot?
Negative. I was laying there helplessly on the ground, waiting for me to get emergency medical
How
care.
long after you were shot and were on the ground without your gun present did the chief enter the room?
About 10 to 15 seconds long.
How long after the room did he take a second shot into your leg?
About 10 to 15 seconds.
Did he say why he shot you?
Negative. I posed no threat.
Alright, that's all the questions I have. I'd like to move on to my camera evidence.
Do
You
we
may
get to
proceed.
cross-examine?
You do that when you're presenting.
Do I need to show my evidence?
The judge, can you pull it up and so I can show you everything, or do you want someone else to pull it up?
Yes, I have your evidence. Pull up here.
All right, can you live it real quick so I can like go frame by frame?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, which piece would you like to present first?
Let's just start, and I'll just go to the top for the camera. The camera evidence, not that one. It's at the top.
Which camera? All right,
It's if you go to the top in the beginning of the ticket.
There we go. This is what we want.
All right, perfect. Start right there.
All right, just tell me when to play and pause.
Thank you. All right, you can pause real quick. This is what I'm talking about. He is no longer a threat to anyone. The gun has moved away, and they have him secured. You can keep playing for me. It is then the chief one's in the room. Or you're gonna have to go back a second. It's also in the snip, and as you can see there, if you go back 1 second, he's no longer a threat yet. The chief still fires a shot into my client's leg. If you can tell by the blurry images, just keep looking. It's also in the snip right there. If you can see that, he fires a secondary shot when my client is no longer a threat. That is breaking the law, and there's no more justification for him to be shot. That is just unlawful use of force into my client. That's what I was gonna all evidence I really have. But it was an unlawful shot. He was already on the ground, no longer a threat. Gun moved away from him.
Thank you, Mr. Gold. Mr.
All
Fish,
right.
you may return to your seat. Chief Keisha, present your rebuttal.
Could we cross-examine Mr. Fish first, or would that have to
Yes,
wait?
you may.
Okay.
Mr. Fish, please return to the stand.
Oh, sorry.
Hello, Mr. Fish. So I'd like to ask, what was going on before this incident?
Objection relevance. It's not what happened
May
before, it's what happened during and why he was shot after he was already on the ground.
may I have my attorney present with me next to me and talking for me?
No,
I
you
don't
may
think that's
not.
No,
how
sir.
it is.
No. Can I get a ruling on that objection?
Overruled.
So, where were you before this incident happened?
Sir, that's irrelevant to the
That's very
evidence that
relevant.
has been shown.
Mr. Fish, please answer the question.
Yes, sir. So what do you mean before it happened?
Right before you were down on the ground.
So, I was, no comment.
Do you happen to be taking someone hostage? Were you a hostage taker?
Objection relevance again. We're not suing because of the way he was arrested. We're suing because of the use of force after he's already on the ground. That is not
Your
relevant
Honor,
to
the
him
reason
being.
everyone was at the house is relevant to this case.
We're not questioning why everyone was at the house. We're questioning why he was shot after he
Okay,
was no
but
longer
no
a
one
threat.
would have been
Order,
there if
order. Chief Keisha, you have not passed a bar exam. You are only allowed to speak with me when I request it.
Can I get a ruling?
The relevance here is the fact that how did Chief Keisha get in the house?
Again, we're not
Keisha,
suing on that. We're suing
Chief
after
Keisha was
they
called to a situation.
Again,
And
that's not relevant to why we are
listen, the
suing.
evidence shown does not show at
Order,
all
order.
if he was a threat or not. From Chief Keisha's point of view, Chief Keisha is walking into a hostage taker.
They ran into the room,
That is the
saw him on
relevance
the
there.
grass. All right, can I say this?
Your evidence showed no way
Please don't
that he
speak
was a
over
threat
me.
or
I'm
not.
ejecting.
He could have had a gun or something.
Both of you,
Man,
stop.
all right, I'm gonna say this real quick. We're not questioning why they were there. We're questioning why he ran into the room and saw him on the ground and shot him seconds later after he saw him already on the ground, incapacitated basically and no longer a threat. That's why I'm objecting on the relevance to why what he was doing before. We're not suing off that. We're suing to him coming in the room, seeing the client already on the ground, no longer a threat to anyone in that room, and is still deciding to fire a shot into his leg. That is why
And
we're suing.
in order for us to really look at this, you would have to look at the events that happened prior to this incident. So that is the
Again,
relevance
that
here.
is not
You have to
relevant
look at the
because we're
events. It is
suing.
very relevant. It
How
is
is it
very
relevant
Order.
for? All right.
Your Honor.
Overturned. The prior events could be necessary for a verdict on this case.
Your Honor.
So, Mr. Fish, were you a hostage taker?
If I did take a hostage, wouldn't I be behind bars till this day?
Okay, I have a lot of questions. Like, if all these injuries you claim that happened to you on this evidence I'm looking at, how would you be
Sir.
here standing here today, walking, able to perfectly walk from that podium over there all the way up to the witness stand? I question that. I question that. Let's actually take a look at this evidence that was submitted to the court. Where's
I will
this at?
pull it up now.
Sir, it was rehabilitation, and as you can see,
Rehabilitation. Mr. Fish, how
as
long ago did this incident happen?
sir, this happened about, I don't know, such a panic. It was so scary for me to have this happen to me. I don't even know. But I'm
You
still
don't
able
know.
to walk till this
Mr.
day
Fish, how are you able
somehow.
to be testifying on the stand today if you were down claiming, quote, you're claiming to be down and
Objection.
unconscious
Argumentative.
there?
Objection. Argumentative.
Okay. Well, let me counter
Judge,
this.
can I get a ruling?
Let's sustain it.
Let's take a look at the evidence here. Okay. Let's see. Trauma surgery, wound exploration, left leg. Trauma surgery, wound exploration, right leg. You have all these injuries to your left and right legs when I just seen you walk perfectly with your left and right legs across the courtroom.
Sir,
Objection.
Sir.
Argumentative again.
sir, as you need to see, as I was walking up to
Can
the
I get a
stand,
ruling before he
I
answers?
had
Stop answering.
tripped.
Stop
Mr.
talking. Stop
Fish,
talking.
hold. Mr. Fish, hold. You're speaking. Mr. Gold, sorry. I'm going to overrule this.
May I ask why
This
when he's
happened
clearly doing an
over
argumentative
a year
statement?
ago. Mr. Fish, continue.
All right, sir. Wait, repeat what you said, Judge.
Continue what you were saying.
All right. I had gotten surgeries after this. These gunshots had gone put into my legs. It was a very scary moment for me. I never realized this would impact my life as much as it did. But if how I if I did take someone hostage, I would still be behind bars till this day. And as you can see, I'm walking around. I've had multiple successful surgeries, and I still feel pain when I walk.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Fish, could you confirm your name for me? Is your first name Fish?
Yes, sir.
And does your last name happen to start with a G?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I also didn't know that we had the chief medical officer here standing with us. And I did not know that the chief medical officer also signed to your medical bill. I didn't know you could
Negative,
sign your
sir.
own
That's
medical
my
bills.
that's
Okay,
my twin brother.
your twin brother.
Yes, sir.
Really, your twin
Yes.
brother. Okay.
Yeah.
Another
Mr.
objection.
Fish, do we have
Argumentative.
So
proof that you
can
have
we
a twin brother, sir?
can we bring in the twin brother?
That would have
Negative,
to be
sir.
evidence beforehand. What are you talking? You'd have to ask for me to come in before
I don't think
the trial
anyone
started.
asked for the attorney's opinion.
Objection again. Like, what's going on here? Can we please
Chief
have
Keisha,
order?
only speak when you are spoken to.
I can speak in my own case, thank you.
I don't think I ever got the timeline that this happened. Mr. Fish, could you tell me how long ago this had happened?
This happened about a year ago.
About a year ago. Okay. Okay. Okay.
My twin brother is actually on a vacation right now. He's taking a cruise to the Bahamas.
okay, I have a couple more points. Um, you said, as everyone could see on this bill here, it says the
Can
total
I
is
actually object to the
12.
evidence? Because we are not suing for medical bills, we are suing for pain and suffering, so the medical bill has nothing to do with the trial right now.
So you're suing, you're asking for our money based off this medical bill.
No, we're suing for
Overruled,
pain and
Mr.
suffering.
Hold. Overruled. Mr. Gold, your side of the argument submitted this evidence. If there was no need to submit this evidence, then why did you submit
It
it?
was stricken before the trial, if you would have looked.
Can I continue?
Yes, you may, sir.
So, I know the healthcare in our country isn't the best, but I'm almost certain that a healthcare bill for multiple gunshot wounds, a trauma surgery, and 1 week in the ICU, I don't even think that would reach $12 million.
Objection argumentative again.
Could we get the average price on a medical bill for those injuries
Again,
in the
that has
United
to be
States?
evidence you would have submitted beforehand.
Okay. Well, I know everyone in this courtroom has
Sir,
that basic knowledge that
sir,
$12
I
million
am.
is extremely exaggerated for
I,
this stuff,
That's
which
why
gives
we
me
are.
suspicion that this medical bill is fabricated.
sir, I'm a very wealthy man. My
You're a very wealthy man. Okay.
I am a very wealthy man. Let me finish speaking here. My twin brother is a private medical doctor. He basically can do anything. He was the one that saved my life. But I'll tell you, he does charge a lot.
Okay. A private medical doctor also happens to be the chief medical officer in Tampa General Hospital. That's right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And why would he just write his last initial? Why wouldn't he write his full last name? That's not very doctor-like.
Sir, he was very rushed at the moment.
He's very rushed. I don't think anybody would be rushed to write a $12 million bill, but
Objection argumentative again.
Sustained.
Can I get rulings, please?
I'm still going. This
I gave you a
administrative
ruling,
fee.
Mr. Gold.
This administrative fee. What's that number? $592,000. I don't think we're gonna skip over that because I don't think a hospital would cost that much for an administrative fee. What are they administering? Mr. Fish, do you know?
Mr. Fish,
Yes, sir.
please answer the question.
Will you repeat that for me?
Um, what was this administrative fee for?
I I have a very high-end care.
Very
Um,
high.
nice food, but I'm not a doctor.
So you're just giving out money. You didn't even look. Did you even look at this bill your damn self?
Objection again argumentative. I don't know what's going on here.
That's a question. Did you look at the bill, Mr. Fish?
Please continue.
Did you look at the
Overruled.
bill, Mr. Fish?
Sir, I did happen to look at the bill, and I did see that is an exorbitant price. But at the same time, I'm the reason why I'm still here to this day. But I am not a
Okay.
doctor, so
Okay. Your Honor, am I allowed to bring a couple more witnesses up here?
That would have to be submitted beforehand.
I don't think I was asking you.
One second. Let me check something. You did not say that you were bringing witnesses to the stand. Mr. Gold did say Fish would be a witness. Therefore, I'm requesting Mr. Gold's and Mr. Fish's, both plaintiffs' approval for these witnesses to be added to this case. Without both of their approvals, these witnesses will not be allowed.
Your Honor, this witness had just came up and we had just found out that they were available. So
That still have to be submitted beforehand.
Mr. Gold, what is your
Good thing
verdict
we're
on
asking the
this?
judge.
I am not agreeing to any more witnesses.
Therefore, this witness will not stand.
okay.
Great. This is grounds for appeal, since you don't want to allow it.
Would this witness bring proper relevance? I have just a quick question.
Yes, the witness would have been at the scene, and witnessed first-handedly what had happened.
How long ago did you contact this witness?
Your Honor,
Um,
if he was at the scene, they've had over a year to contact this witness. Why haven't they done that previously, and why are they just
It
bringing it up
hasn't
now?
been a year.
Oh,
No, this is administrative. It has not been a year. It's been like a week. We're not role
You
playing a
still have
year.
had a week.
this case has only been in process for about a week. So therefore, they've only had that long to contact.
The Attorney General
yes,
has
the
did
witness
also
had
ask for all witnesses and evidence to be submitted an hour beforehand.
this witness was scheduled to be working for the Florida SRT during the hours of this court case, and the witness is no longer working that shift. That is what happened. And also, I'd like to bring up, the fact that you guys are saying this was a week. I asked Mr. Fish, and he told me it was a year. So,
All right. I'm going to call a 10-minute recess.
okay.
Hello, Floridians. We're back after or during the recess of this case. As you saw, Chief Keisha's counsel attempt to bring up another witness who was not presented before. The judge has issued a 10-minute recess, and we're currently sitting through that. It's set to end in about 9 minutes. We should see some big things happening after the recess. Hopefully not another one, as this case should be a quick one. It is $10 million. And they did not put the witness Fish under oath for his testimony. I'm wondering what the reason is. We'll have to figure that out after possibly an interview with the Attorney General. We'll see you guys when we come back from this recess. Thank you.
All rise for the Honorable Judge John Taylor.
You may be seated. Head of RP, everyone mute your VC, please. Alrighty. Defense, please tell me more about this supposed witness that was not logged.
This witness happens to be an SRT operator who was at the scene during when this incident occurred. Originally, we do not have them on the record because they were supposed to be working an SRT shift during this time. And they are no longer working that shift, so we're able to get them on the stand. And we've just now found this out a couple hours ago.
All right, when did you guys first contact this witness?
We first contacted this witness a couple days after the case came towards us.
I'm going to need a firm number.
Let me see. So we were informed of this case July 1st, and we reached out July 2nd.
Alrighty. Alrighty, is this witness happen to be present currently?
Yes.
Alright, where is the witness currently located?
Give me 1 second.
He's currently one of the bailiffs right here.
Yes, right there.
Please stay seated. One second, let me review my notes. Alright, I'm going to find this witness. I'm going to find this witness viable. You may call him to the stand if you would like.
I'll be able to cross-examine, right?
Yes, you may. Yes, you will, Gold.
Are we able to? Am I able to continue the cross-examination on Fish? I did not get to finish prior to the recess.
Chief Keisha, please leave the cellular device away. Yes, you may.
It's my glucose
yes.
monitor.
Okay. Fish, could you please come back up here?
Yes, you may continue to cross-examine Mr. Fish. Also, what would you like me to address you as?
Huh?
Yes, you.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
You can call me Eli.
All right, Mr. Eli, you may continue your cross-examination of Mr. Fish.
Okay. Hello again, Mr. Fish. So, I have a couple more questions for you. Could you please tell me again what happened at this scene? I don't have the best memory, and I would like to. Could you like recall what you told us earlier?
Would you mind repeating that question for me, sir?
Could you recall what you told us that happened on the scene earlier?
All right. So basically, I had got shot in my left leg, and I dropped down to the floor, and I had my gun kicked away from me. I posed no threat, and then I happened to get shot again about 10 to 15 seconds later, right in my right leg. When I opposed no threat, my gun was out of it was all the way across the room. I couldn't even process what was going on at the moment. The reason that I got shot twice is just terrible.
Okay, and were you conscious?
Yes, sir. I was conscious at the time.
You were bleeding out of both legs, and you were conscious, and you were able to remember where exactly you got
Objection
shot and where
argumentative.
exactly you're. I'm asking them a question.
Hold. Sustained. It's facts.
Continue what you were saying.
So
He has to
you
change it. Sustained.
I think he meant
so
overruled.
Chief Keisha, if you speak out of turn one more time, you will be
could
found guilty of and held in court of contempt.
Your Honor,
Please
could
continue,
you
Mr.
repeat your
Eli.
ruling?
It was sustained, sir.
Sustained. Okay. Um. So you said you were conscious, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you were able to remember where your weapon was.
I actually was able to remember where my weapon was when I got shot in my left leg. I got shoved down to the ground by SRT, and they had got kicked. It got kicked across the room, so it would not be in reach of me.
Ed, do you remember that it got kicked across the room when you were laying on the ground, bleeding out?
Objection argumentative.
Sustained. The witness previously stated that he remembered it.
Sustained?
Yes, sir. The witness already stated that he was conscious and remembered that the gun was kicked.
Do you mean overruled?
No, sir. I sustain the objection. I agree with Mr. Gold on this.
Okay. All right. And I'm sure we had we had some confusion on this earlier, Mr. Fish. Could you tell me how long ago this occurred?
This happened around. I'm actually. I'm not sure.
Okay. So what I'm looking at right now tells me that this incident occurred a week ago. So Mr. Fish, how are you walking today? If you were shot in both legs and you went through all these surgeries.
I'm not a doctor.
Okay, the answer is you wouldn't be walking.
Objection argumentative.
Sustained. I wouldn't know either. I doubt anyone here would.
Well, Your Honor, with all due respect, I'm pretty sure if you were shot in the leg, shot in both legs, you wouldn't be walking a week later, correct?
Is this a question or an argument?
The question that he answered was, did he know how he was walking once again?
Well, it wouldn't be possible.
That's argumentative. If you're questioning.
Sustained. Mr. Eli, continue your questioning of Mr. Fish, please.
All right. And where did the evidence that you had submitted, where did that come from?
Which piece? There's multiple pieces of evidence.
The video evidence.
It came from
Where
a
that
house
came
camera.
from.
From
Mr.
where?
Fish, please answer the
I'm
question.
talking to Mr. Fish, by the way.
In my house.
And it came from
It's.
in your
I have
house.
I have a house camera, sir.
Okay. Okay, you have a house camera. All right. Okay. I believe that is all the questions that I have for Mr. Fish.
Mr. Fish, you may be seated.
Could we bring up our next witness?
Can you say that again, please? Could you repeat what you said, Mr. Eli?
Could we bring up our next witness?
Yes, you may.
Mr. J, can you please come up?
Mr. J,
Chief Keisha, please be seated.
this is my examination of my witness. Can I continue?
You may continue from where you are seated. Sorry, Sat.
All right, Mr. J, can you please state your occupation?
Sorry, repeat that.
Can you please state your rank in the special response team?
Commander.
Approximately how many hostage scenes have you been in?
Possibly 15.
All right, and when you breach into a house, let's say it's a two-story house, and the suspect is in the room waiting for you with a gun, do you shoot twice or do you shoot multiple times, maybe over 5, let's say?
Shoot one.
You shoot once.
Right.
Okay, do you remember if you shot him in the head or the legs?
I shot him once in the arm where he was holding his weapon.
Okay,
Hold,
and
hold. My Roblox crashed. Give me 1 minute.
I'm not sure where I ended. Eli, do you know? Because I actually forgot.
You were asking him about his occupation.
Yes, he answered that.
No, you were asking about his
How
medical or
he
something?
shoots. No,
Yeah.
how many times he shoots.
Yes, how many times did you shoot
That
the
was
victim
already
here?
asked. It was asked three
Okay, well, I'm
times.
asking again. How many times did you shoot the victim or the suspect?
I shot him once in the arm where he was holding his weapon.
All right, and can you please explain why your team responded that day?
We received a call about a hostage scene. We responded to the scene, and would you like me to go into detail?
No, that's good. So, he is a criminal, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
All right, and in your experience, I know you're not a medical professional. However, you have dealt with these hostage scenes. Can a person who is actively bleeding out remember everything about what happened? In
No,
your
incorrect.
opinion?
Incorrect.
All right, thank you. Eli, do you have anything?
Yes. So could you tell me more of the details of what happened when you walked into the house? Were you clear that this suspect was unarmed or were they armed? Could you tell me those type of details? Like, what did you walk into? Like,
So after the special response team finished clearing the bathroom, we moved into the bedroom where the suspect was located with the hostage. We moved in. He was standing right in front of us. I shot him once in the arm where he was holding his weapon. He dropped down to the ground. One of the special response team operators cuffed him to clear his weapon, and we finished clearing the house.
okay. Thank you. Oh wait, sorry. One last question. Could you tell me where you shot him again?
One time to the arm, left arm to be exact.
The left arm. Interesting, because the evidence Sal submitted into the court showed that there was surgery on his left and right leg.
Objection. That's argumentative. That's not a question.
Yeah, that was a statement.
Hey, hold. Overruled. It's not an argument. Point out a
Yeah.
fact.
That is all the questions I have for Mr. J.
Hold on.
Mr.
Can I
J,
question
please
him
stay
now?
at the stand. You have not been
Thank you.
dismissed. Mr. Gold, you may now bring in your cross-examination if you wish.
Thank you. So you said you shot him once, right?
Yes, correct.
So I have a question. After he's on the ground, like saw in the footage, what is the reason? Sorry, that's argumentative. Is it reasonable for someone else to come in when you can see him on the ground and the gun kicked away to another shot to be rang out? With your training, if you're trained, you see the suspect on the ground, would you shoot him again?
Negative.
All right. Secondly, so you said you shot him once in the arm, correct?
Correct.
When he's on the ground, he was no active threat, correct?
He was not.
All right. So would there be any reason for someone to enter the room and shoot him again?
There would be no reason for him to enter the room or her to enter the room.
So, like you just said, there's no reason for this chief to enter the room and shoot someone that's on the ground and no threat, right?
Yep.
All right. Thank you. That's all the questions I have.
Mr. J, you may return to your bailiff status. Does either side have any more evidence they would like to present?
Would you like to go to closing statements now if there's no more evidence?
Mr. Eli, do you have any more evidence? He's
Eli is
deafened.
AFK.
Yeah, he's deafened. All right.
If he has no evidence, it goes to closing.
We can't do closing. We can't do closing if he's deafened.
We don't have any more evidence, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Gold, please move on to your closing statements.
Your Honor, the facts aren't that complicated. After my client was shot, he posed a threat no longer. Yet, with the camera footage you saw, the chief entered the room and shot him a second time. The injury he suffered was not an accident, it was all of a choice. The use of force was not justified, as previously stated by the bailiff. When there's no threat, you should not shoot again. That force is unjustified. Basic human judgment was left out of the room when that chief entered. The choice left my client with pain. That's why we're suing for pain and suffering. This is a permanent reminder of something that happened and should never happen again. Today, you have an opportunity to affirm a simple principle: no one should be harmed when they are no longer a threat or danger. Accountability is not punishment; it is justice. I ask you to return a verdict that reflects the truth and acknowledges the harm done, and ensures what happened to my client will never be happen again. That's about it.
Mr. Eli, please present your closing statements / remarks.
Thank you, Your Honor, and good evening once again to everyone here in the court. So as we witnessed throughout this court case, we've witnessed a bunch of I'm sorry, Your Honor. Give me one moment. All right, I'm back. So as I was saying, throughout this case, we've witnessed a bunch of accusations. We've heard the claims, the stories, and the lies that were made to try to paint Chief Keisha as someone that she is not. And these accusations are not evidence, and these are rumors, frankly. Firstly, I would like to touch base on Chief Keisha's service. She's dedicated her life to protecting the people of Tampa and the Tampa Police Department. She's built a reputation on honesty, leadership, service, and she's never received a complaint that once questioned her integrity or commitment to the Tampa Police Department, to her badge. The opposing side here, they've lied abruptly. He stated that his twin brother was a private doctor, but was also signing the medical bill of a public hospital as the chief medical officer. Um, he claims that he was shot in the left leg and the right leg. Our witness who shot him claims that he was shot in the left arm. So I think I believe the person who shot him a little bit more than someone who's bleeding out on the ground. We cannot verify his word of events as he was bleeding out and in shock. And we don't know that anything that he's saying is credible because it must be a damn miracle that he had all these surgeries for his left and right leg and he's here walking today with us. So the entire story is not making up correctly. We're here in the United States, and trust
Hold
me,
one
I know.
second. Audience, please remain seated and stop talking. Mr. Eli, you may continue.
Yes, as I was saying, we live in the United States, and I know that our healthcare isn't the best, but those surgeries that the plaintiff has listed, or I'm sorry, his twin brother, the chief medical officer at the Tampa General Office Hospital, the one who signed the bill, those surgeries, I don't think that is equivalent to $12 million. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that I'm 99% sure that $12 million is excessive, which makes me believe that the evidence shown is fabricated. And
That you have to have evidence for that. Do you have
I
any
never
evidence
said
that's
it
fabricated?
was. I said I believe that.
Oh, great. Order. Please do not interrupt each other.
So
Mr. Eli, continue.
I'm hoping that the opposing side here, they asked us to believe, or asked you to believe, these AI generated images.
Objection. There's no evidence for that.
Excuse me, I'm speaking. These
Sustained.
unsupported
Continue,
claims,
Mr. Eli.
these fabricated stories, and they want you to ignore the service that Chief Keisha has. And we will not destroy her name because of the speculation, and we do not condemn these rumors. The proof has always belonged to us, and the answer is based off the evidence and the verdict. There's one verdict here: find in favor of Chief Kisa, restore her name, and protect the truth. Thank you all.
Alrighty, I will now deliver my verdict on this case. I have decided. Chief Kisa, please put it down. Thank you. I have decided to side with the plaintiff for the sum of $6 million, as these medical charges should not have reached $12 million.
Thank you,
Thank
Your
you.
Honor.
You may rise. Have a good night. Court is adjourned.
Welcome back, Floridians. As the case has just ended, awarding $6 million to the plaintiff Fish. Now, this is quite a case because the whole time there was arguments going between Fish's and Chief Keisha's lawyers, and there were multiple times where the judges had to tell them both to stop talking in the middle of one of their either closing statements or um or during their cross-examination or uh, testimony of a witness. The case was a very important thing here, as even though the plaintiff was seeking $10 million, the judge awarded $6 million, but said that it's because he didn't think the medical damages reached $12 million. That's Chief, um, Chief, Chief Keisha behind me there. As a big loss for her, and how will she pay it? That's what we're just gonna have to figure out. We'll be back after this. Hello, Floridians. I'm C. Johnson, your host today, and the executive director of Florida News. Today I'm joined by Harry Keene, the Deputy Attorney General, recently appointed. We've done interviews with him before. Harry, welcome on.
Yeah, thank you very much for welcoming on this evening, Mr. Johnson.
Of course. So obviously earlier we had the case Fish versus Chief Keisha. How do you think that went overall, like in resemblance of the Department of Justice? Do you think that resembled like what the Department of Justice stands for? Do you think that it could be much better?
Yeah, so I am personally, I did see the case in Mrs. Chief Keisha's favour for the whole entire case, and when the judge ruled it in Fish's favour, I was very surprised. But I trust his verdict, and I do agree with his verdict. I do think it's prolonged. I do think it could have been much shorter than how long it took. And Fish's attorney did great, Mr. Gold. If you need an attorney, I would contact him. And him doing that case earned him a promotion to senior attorney in the Department of Justice. He did very well, but trial, I think one of the best attorneys I've ever seen in a court case. But overall, it was a good court case. It was smoothly. We had no interference. We also had Secret Service protection this time to escort the officials out of the courtroom after. I was very happy with the verdict. I think the judge gave a fair, firm, and final verdict. But if I am correct, I have heard some rumours that Chief Keisha is appealing the final verdict. The judge. And I did see that you were present there, Mr. Johnson. What was your opinion on the court case?
I thought that a lot of it was very good. However, I did see multiple times where Chief Keisha and her attorney, Eli, I saw multiple times where they had their phones out. Eli even had it out during the stand, and I was like, do we not have the no technology rule? Because, I mean, as the judge, right before the judge came in, the bailiff says, put away all technology. And they had their technology out multiple times during it, and I just feel like that was not good for the for just the how the court case went, and I feel like there was some um verbal battles between Eli and Fish's counsel, and I feel like it could have gone better, but I think for the second case this court has dealt with, I think it was pretty good. Do you think that
I
the oh, you go.
no, carry on, Mr. Johnson. What's your question?
Well, I was just gonna say, do you think, or what do you think the next steps are gonna be for the judicial branch?
The next
To
steps for the judicial branch, obviously, we've just introduced Secret Service. We finally have Secret Service up and running. Our next step is a close collaboration with all departments. We want to work on making sure all departments have their legal counsel acquired, and because a legal counsel is required, then our next step is should be filling the ranks and getting a couple senior judges, senior attorneys, etc. We've already appointed our chief of staff is Chief of Staff Mr. Blocks, then our district attorney Mr. Hernandez. Our chief judge is Astro, who will be in charge of all judges. Basically, he oversees all the cases. Then you have me, myself, the Deputy Attorney General, and Marshall, the Attorney General. And me and Marshall, we oversee the Department of Justice as a whole, where Hernandez, District Attorney, oversees attorneys mainly. Astro, judicial. But overall, I think, however long the DOJ up for, it's running nice and smoothly, and I hope to see the DOJ last long, very long time, if not forever, until the server shuts down.
that, yeah, I do see how the department is getting very active, and I think when it first released, I think everybody was like, okay, I'm gonna join, and there were a lot of attorney applications filled out, and then once those were filled out, there were a bunch of judge applications filled out to where we got max on judges. And there were so many people who ran for attorney general, you being one, and you got deputy, and Marshall obviously got attorney general. My next question to you is, do you think each case coming up is going to be really deciding on the future of this department, or do you think that from the first two cases the DA has enough to keep this open and keep it running?
No, not necessarily. It's like how the phrase goes, you can't judge a book by its cover. Imagine these first two cases as our cover. We haven't really had any cases yet. With DOJ, we're kind of on a short leash currently, as it took a lot of persuading DA to bring it back. And currently, DA are happy with what they've saw in the past couple of days, and they've said personally to me and Marshall that they hope to see more of it, and if we continue running how we've been running, that we will remain up and running for the whole of the entirety of the server.
Hello. What business is this for?
Okay, and moving on, what is your number one thing to do? Like, what is your number one next thing that you want to do and that you've spoken to Marshall about and you think that it's going to be coming soon, if you're able to tell us?
I'm gonna have to say no comment to that currently. We do sure we've been working very closely together. We have quite a lot in the, but currently I'm not gonna be disclosing any of, but trust me, we have a lot of things in the works for DOJ.
That's really cool, and I know, like, as working with Marshall, I've worked with him before as his O2, and he's been my O2 in dispatch. He wants to get a lot done, and I think that there is a lot of stuff coming in the future of the DOJ. Is that a fair statement?
But yeah, I can expect a lot of stuff from DOJ in the future. But like I said, I can't really disclose too much currently. But just expect a lot. Future.
Okay. Okay, well, we thank you for your time, Harry Keene.
You're welcome.